Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, the Saints and the Breads about 12 minutes away from getting this contest started. Well, as we said, St. Patrick suffering through really a bad season for them. At 3-15, they lost their first 7 games in a row, but then won back-to-back games over Hillsboro Christian, that's a school out of Ohio, and Covenant Latin. They then lost 4 games in a row before winning at Paris, but then they've lost their last 4, including a defeat at the hands of Heritage Academy in Maysville, 68-65 last Saturday. This has been an even longer trip down through the season for these Saints, as they have already played 13 road games, 13, and only 4 home games so far this year. But most of the losses have not even been close. In fact, only 2 of their 15 defeats have been decided by 10 points or less. All but one senior is back from last year's team that finished 1-24, so the hopes were high that this season would be better. And truth be told, the Saints do have more wins this year, just barely. They're coached by Tony Moore, former Maysville High School great, who's in his second year at the helm of the Saints. They're led in scoring by senior Chase Walton at over 20 points a game. He had a career best of 30 in that loss at Paris. Walton also a very efficient shooter, making 50% of his field goal attempts. He's also the leading rebounder on the team at 11.5 rebounds per contest. His high as far as the board work is concerned was when he grabbed 18 rebounds in that loss to Heritage Academy just a few days ago. He has 13 double-doubles in St. Patrick's 18 games this year, and over the last 13 games played by the Saints, Walton has 12 double-doubles. So despite the record for the Saints, Walton having a very, very good year. As a team, the Saints are averaging less than 50 points a game, and at the same time, giving up over 60 points a contest. That is a lethal combination. Meanwhile, the Breads bounced back nicely to that 4-point loss at Bracken County last week with a convincing 74-38 win over Robertson County last Friday. Although Black Devil star Justin Becker got 24 points, he was only 8 of 21 from the floor because of solid defense played by both Richard Harris and J.D. Kendall mainly, but everybody kind of got in on the act, as every time that Becker touched the ball, there would be about 3 Harrison County Thoroughbreds around him, making his night very difficult. Well, even though they will be heavily favored again tonight, Harrison County needs to play with the same type of focus and energy as they did against Robertson County. When Harrison County is playing as well as they are capable, they are a very hard team to beat, and hopefully tonight will garner a big win, as the Breads have 3 games over the next 7 days, as we are very unbelievably less than a month away from district tournament time. It seems like the season has just started, but here in about a month, in fact, in a month, we'll be playing in the district tournament. Well, right now, we'll take a break as the kids continue to warm up in the floor in front of us and come back and give you the starting lineups of tonight's game between Harrison County and St. Patrick. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, let's take a look at the starting quintets for both the Saints and the Breads. First for St. Patrick, as we said, 3-15 on the year, coached by Tony Moore. At one of the guards is a 5'10 senior, number 12, Caleb Positek. Positek's averaging 5.6 points a game. Another guard is Samuel Porter. Porter wears the number 4. He's a 5'6 senior and is averaging 3.8 points a game. At the third guard position is Amari Myrick. Talk about your Maysville names. Myrick wears the number 11. He's a 5'3 8th grader, averaging 2.2 points a game. At one of the forwards is Alan Briseño. Briseño wears the number 5. He's a 6-foot senior, averaging 10.6 points a game. And at the other forward, their best player, and in fact one of the better players in the 10th region, Chase Walton. Walton wears the number 14. He's a 6'4 senior, averaging 20.6 points a contest. So once again for the Saints, it'll be Pazatek, Porter, Myrick, Briseño, and Walton. St. Patrick this year averaging 49.2 points per game on offense. On defense, giving up 62.3 points per contest. Now for the Harrison County Thoroughbreds, 11-6 now on the year. At a guard, a 6-foot sophomore, number 1, Caden Custard. Custard averaging a team-high 14.5 points a game. And another guard is Mason Smiley. Smiley is a 6-foot sophomore who wears the number 3 and is averaging 3.1 points a game. At a forward position, Richard Harris. Harris is a 6'4 senior who wears the number 4. He's averaging 6.4 points a game. The other forward is J.D. Kendall. J.D. wears the number 21. He's a 6'5 junior and is averaging an even 8 points a game. And in the middle, a 6'10" sophomore, number 44, Will Furnish. Furnish averaging 5.1 points a contest. So once again for the Breds, it'll be Custard, Smiley, Harris, Kendall, and Furnish. Harrison County this year on offense averaging 59.4 points per game. On defense, giving up 53.5 points a game. On paper, Harrison County about a 26-point favorite to win this game and move to 12-6 on the season. Well, while we await the return from the locker rooms for the two teams, this gives us an opportunity to take it back to the station to Bruce Templeton from Unity Christian Church with tonight's pregame. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County and St. Patrick, a few minutes away from getting things started, which will be the 29th time the two teams have gotten together. Harrison County decided edge in the series, leading it 21-7, and have won 7 of the 9 games played between these two teams here on the Hilltop. Last year, the two teams got together in Maysville, and Harrison County came away a 90-36 winner over the Saints. Last time the two teams got together on the Hilltop, kind of hard to believe, but it was November of 2015. So it's been quite a while since the Saints came to Santana. Harrison County won that game as well, 66-44. The first time the two teams played each other was in the first round of the 10th Region Tournament at the Fieldhouse in 1977. The game Harrison County won 57-46. So there's your look at how these two teams have matched up over the last several years. Well, the Breds, as we said, a busy week coming up. On Friday, we'll head to Falmouth for a big district game against the Pendleton County Wildcats, as the Breds will be a part of a boy-girl doubleheader. The Breds will kick things off or tip things off with a contest against the Wildcats at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock on Friday for the first game. The boys' game, the girls will play after that. Then next Tuesday, a week from tonight, will return to the Hilltop for another district game as we'll take on Nicholas County. That will be a girl-boy doubleheader. So where on Friday, the Breds will play first at 6. A week from tonight, they'll play second at 8 o'clock following the Phillies game. Of course, 10 days ago, Harrison County had the better of Nicholas County over in Carlisle, winning 66-29. Well, speaking of the Phillies, they'll be back in action tomorrow night here on the Hilltop as they'll host the Lady Camels of Campbell County. Then, of course, there'll be the back half of that boy-girl doubleheader in Falmouth on Friday. The Phillies also have a game on Saturday afternoon when we'll head over to Bourbon County. Or is that a home game? I have to look. Yeah, I wrote it down wrong on my thing here. So, yeah, that'll be on the Hilltop, actually, next Saturday. That's a 3:30 start, so make sure you note the game time change as it's at 3:30. That way people get home in time to watch the Cats and Kansas play. Then next Tuesday, there'll be the front half of that girl-boy doubleheader with Nicholas County coming to town. On Saturday, the wrestling team will be involved in the state duels at Taylor County, so best of luck to Coach Ash Rook and his charges. Then this coming Thursday and Friday, the bowling team will begin their postseason with the regional tournament at Gateway Bowl in Richmond. The archery team also will be shooting away, I guess you call it, this coming weekend on Saturday as they'll head up to Lexington to take on LCA. So all our winter sports are just moving right along. In fact, as we mentioned, the bowling team already going into tournament play, which will follow kind of like a domino with every other winter sport as well. Well, the Harrison County Air Force Junior ROTC is about to present the colors. So I don't know if we'll have a recording of the national anthem or if the Harrison County High School pep band will be playing. Either way, what we'll do is we'll take a listen to that, after which we'll take a break and then come back with the tip-off of tonight's game between Harrison County and St. Patrick. But right now, let's bring you our Star Spangled Banner.
The colors are being presented by cadets from Harrison County High School, Kentucky's 51st Air Force Junior ROTC program. Carrying the U.S. flag and commanding is Cadet Major Nathan Nickerson. Carrying the Kentucky flag is Cadet Captain Jesse Munoz. And the guards are Cadet Major Peyton Fryman and Cadet Technical Sergeant Miles Bryant.
Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, the Breads and the Saints about to take each other on here on a very chilly night outside. It's going to get chillier even still, as I think it's going down to the single digits. In fact, I looked at the weather before I came here, and when I get to work in the morning at 7 a.m., it's going to be all of 11 degrees.
Oh, wow, already, huh? Well,
It's that time of year, I
it's
suppose.
winter time.
That's right. Richard Harris jumping center for Harrison County. Across the midcourt stripe will be Chase Walton as we're about to get this game underway. The 11-6 Breads against the 3-15 Saints. As we mentioned, the Saints without a couple of players tonight as well. All righty. Good crowd. Ball is up, and the tap controlled by Harrison County's Caden Custard. He'll get the ball to Kendall. Brings it across the timeline, moves to the top of the key, pass to the right side to Smiley in front of the Saint bench to the elbow to Furnish. Furnish looking around, finds Smiley at the top of the key. Mason fires the ball down to the block. Touch pass from Custard to Furnish, who lays it up and in. Boy, doesn't get any better than that. So quick, 2-0 Harrison County lead, and that should be a play we could run all night long. Here's a 15-footer put up and good this time by Briseño. So Briseño ties the game at 2-2. Thought we'd get a bunch of points early in the front court with the basketball and putting it up and in. Excuse me. Will be Richard Harris. So give him that layup and basket. Harrison County up 4-2. We've not yet played a minute of this first quarter. In the front court, right side, shot put up by Briseño is an air ball. Kendall will come down with the rebound for the Breads. In the front court on the right side is Custard. Custard now lobs it into the paint to Furnish. Gets it on the baseline to Harris. Harris goes to the block. His shot's short. Long rebound is going to be saved from going out of bounds by Custard. Pass the ball to Furnish, who misses the shot. Once again, Custard is there for the board. To get it down low to Furnish, who puts it up and in. So give Caden another assist. Furnish 4 points here early. Now we're going to have the ball. Oh, I was going to say that Walton was standing on the end line.
Fastest 5 seconds in time, but that was a 5-second call.
It can't. Gosh, that was a fast 5 seconds.
Bailey Brewer's a faster counter than some people.
I guess so. From his own baseline, Kendall lobs the ball to Furnish. Furnish, a half hook shot, rolls in there. Half a dozen points already for Will. As Harrison County goes up 8-2. 6:21 left to go in this first quarter. Walton with the basketball, brings it into the front court. Now has it back tapped away from behind. Steal by Harris. Harris in the paint, goes up and in. Richard with his 4th point. And Harrison County quickly out to a 10-2 lead. In the front court quickly come the Saints. Briseño drops the ball out of bounds, but they're going to say it was actually touched last by Custard.
I think he was out of bounds when he touched it.
Oh, okay. Harrison County Farm Bureau knows that if you want something protected, you keep it covered. Call 234-4514 and Dustin or Amy will get you covered. Inbounds pass comes to Walton. He gets it on the left wing for the first time to Porter. Now as Porter tries to throw the ball inside to Walton, Walton's going to be tied up. Possession arrow will keep it in the hands of the Saints. 5:56 left to go in the first quarter. Harrison up 10-2. The Breads have scored 8 in a row. Up top with the basketball is Positek. Gets it to Walton. Now back up top to Positek. Positek over on the right side finds Porter. Porter in front of the stable gets the ball to Briseño. Briseño back to Positek. Positek lobs the ball to Walton in the paint between the double team. Forces up a shot. Blocked by Furnish. Smiley with the rebound, and here come the Thoroughbreds up the floor. Smiley at the foul line. Lobs to Custard on the wing. Caden in the paint. Dishes it off to Furnish, who lays it up and in. Will Furnish with 8 first quarter points. And Harrison County's lead now grows to 12-2. With the basketball in the backcourt is Walton. Gets it in the front court to Positek. Back to Walton. Walton lobs the ball to Briseño on the far side. Now in the corner to Porter. Porter gets it back to the top of the key. Now in the corner to Briseño. Lobs it inside to Walton. Walton double teamed on the baseline. Gets it back in the corner to Briseño for a 3. Off the flange, no good. Smiley down with the board. Up the floor quickly come the Breads. Kendall to Smiley. To the left side to Custard. To the foul line to Furnish. Furnish back up top to Smiley, who will fire a 3-pointer. Good! Give Will Furnish the assist on that one as Smiley scores his first points of the game, making it 15-2. And a timeout is called by the Saints just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 4:41 left to go in the first quarter. Harrison County leading 15-2, and I like to see the focus and energy we have at the start of this game.
Well, what we're doing is we're focusing and getting the ball underneath, which we ought to be doing with the size we have.
Yeah.
And then just taking a good shot like Mason did when he had it there at the end on that three-pointer. So, you got to give these St. Patrick kids some credit. They had to know coming over here this was going to be ugly.
Yeah.
But we got to play though. We got to keep playing
Yes.
because we can't develop bad habits in these kind of games.
It's way too late.
I'm sure that Coach Brooks is going to keep that from happening, but right now we're playing hard and playing well.
Yeah. This is the kind of tempo and focus and energy we need to play with. I don't care if it's St. Patrick or Clark County.
Yes.
Out of the timeout, the Saints will try to get the ball in bounds as Walton will finally find Positek. Positek now throws the ball away. Steal by Custard to Kendall to Custard to the basket. Layup good. Caden Custard's first points of the game, and Harrison County with a 17-2 lead after the steal and layup. 4:26 left to go in the first quarter. Into the front court comes Walton. Double team in front of the stable, gets it in the corner to Briseño. Briseño lobs the ball down low to Walton, has a shot blocked from behind by Harris. Rebound goes out of bounds, last touched by Walton. So Harrison County with the ball. Reds have scored 15 points in a row. We had a tie early at 2. Into the front court comes Custard. Gets it on the wing to Smiley for 3. In and out. Rebound on the ground is going to be picked up by Briseño. Into the front court with the basketball come the Saints. Walton to the left side to Positek. And as he tries to throw the ball down low to Myrick, it goes between Myrick's hands and out of bounds. So another turnover gives the ball back to the Thoroughbreds. Halfway through this first quarter, Custard lobs the ball up top to Kendall, to the right side to Smiley, in the corner to Harris. Harris down on the block to Furnish. Fall away hook shot is no good, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line for 2. That foul is going to be called on Positek. It'll be Positek's first personal. Furnish struggling from the line, let's say, this year, hitting only 36% of his free tries. That first one goes in and out. Second free throw upcoming. So he'll try to make it an 18-2 score. It's on the way, and this one is going to be good, yes. Coming into the game now for Harrison County, Blaine Biddle. Biddle, a 6'4 senior, averaging 4.5 points a game. Coming in to give Will a well-deserved rest. 3:49 left to go in the first quarter. Harrison up 18-2. Full court pressure by the Breds. Briseño in the backcourt. Gets the ball to Positek, who brings it into the front court. In the corner, they'll find Myrick. And now the ball's going to be bounced on the sideline, so Harrison County gets the ball back. A couple of subs coming in for the Breds. Braylon Hinton, a 6'3 sophomore, averaging 7.6 points a game. Also, Clay Carpenter coming into the game, 6' senior, averaging 7.4. And Garrett Wilson, a 5'11 sophomore, averaging 3.3. Hinton will bring the ball up the floor and into the front court, where he gets it to Custer, to the right side to Carpenter, steps inside the arc, now gets it back on the wing to Wilson, up top to Hinton, to the left side to Custard, long range. Custard gets it at the foul line to Wilson, turns around, goes to the basket, his shot's too hard off the glass. Rebound picked up by Hinton, who puts it back up and in. Nice job that time by Braylon, using his length to get that put-back basket. Harrison up now 20-2. 3:11 left on the first quarter. In the front court with the basketball comes Walton, to the far sideline to Briseño. In the corner, he'll find Porter. Porter underneath the basket to Briseño, who lays it up and in. Briseño with all 4 of his team's points now. As quickly into the front court come the Thoroughbreds, leading 20-4. That stopped a 16-point run that basket did by the Saints. Custard, baseball pass to Hinton in between the circles. Gets it to the elbow to Wilson. His shot, good. Garrett's first points of the night.
That's what Garrett needs to do rather than drive in like he did the other time.
Yes.
Go up and shoot that jumper.
Definitely. 22-4, Harrison County leads, 2.5. Now steal by Custard, goes to the basket and lays it in. Makes it a 24-4 score after the steal and layup by Custard. 2:18 now, another steal by the Breds. Wilson skip pass to the near side to Custard. Custard in the corner finds Hinton for the wide open three-point try. A little long. Offside rebound, though, is picked up by Carpenter. Carpenter to Biddle. Have hook shots no good. Hinton with the rebound. His putback is no good. And now coming down with the next board will be Walton. Walton came in averaging 11.5 rebounds per game. That was his first. In the front court, a pass to Myrick goes between his hands and out of bounds. That's a couple of times that's happened.
Young Myrick's having some problems.
Yeah.
And a couple of his teammates, I saw him kind of shaking around. Isn't he an 8th grader?
Yeah.
They got to cut
Got
that
to
out.
ease up on him. That's right. Elijah Harris checks in for the Breads, 5'7" sophomore, looking for his first points of the season. Pass to the left side to Carpenter. Clay goes to the baseline. His shot from the block is no good. Rebounds pulled in by Brisenio. Brisenio gets the ball back to Walton. Minute and a half left to go in the first quarter. Harrison up 24-4. Cross timeline comes Walton. Gets it to Brisenio. Up top to Positek for a three. It's no good. And Wilson skies for the rebound. He'll get into the front court to Elijah. Elijah dishes the ball to Hinton. He'll fire a three-pointer. Just a little long again. Wilson, though, with the rebound. Ball fake. Goes up, reverse layup. Good! Nice move that time by Garrett Wilson. The reverse layup puts Harrison County up 26-4. After that putback basket, as we're now at a minute to go in the first quarter. Into the front court with the basketball comes Brisenio. Spins, lobs it in between the circles to Positek. Positek surveys the defense. Now gets to the right side, long range to Brisenio. Back to Positek inside the center circle. Now to the left side, long range to Porter. Porter to Walton. Lobs inside, stolen by Biddle. Gets the ball to Carpenter. Clay to the basket. His layup is no good. Rebound brought down on the offside by Positek. Positek to Walton. Walton spins, has the ball knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Biddle. And now Harris throws the ball away. That's Elijah. Gets the ball to Myrick. Myrick gets it down low to Walton, who puts it up and in after the assist from Porter. First points of the game for Chase Walton, their leading scorer.
That's our first turnover of the game right there, to 10 for them.
Just 11 seconds left to go in the quarter. Hinton with the basketball. Turnaround jumper, no good off the glass. Biddle with the rebound, put back good. First rebound and points for Blaine. And that's the way that the first quarter will end with your score. Harrison County 28, St. Patrick 6. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC. All righty, back at the Hilltop. Harrison County goes on an 18-0 run midway through the first quarter and now leads by a 28-6 mark and will have the ball to begin the second quarter. Elijah Harris over to the left side to Hinton. Braylon directing traffic. Now gets the ball to Carpenter near the circle. Now to the foul line to Wilson. Turnaround jumper off the flange. No good. Biddle with the rebound. Blaine goes back up and puts it off the glass too hard. Wilson with the rebound. His putback is good. Good job that time by Garrett on the putback. Harrison County now up 30-6 and are applying full court pressure. Up the floor and into the front court to Walton. Walton in the corner, double teamed in front of the stable, and now throws it to the top of the key to Brisenio. Brisenio near the far hash mark, lobs it in between the circles now to Positek. Positek to Myrick, his three-pointer is no good. Carpenter comes down with the rebound for the Thoroughbreds. Carpenter almost lost it. Now the loose ball picked it up by Hinton. Back to Carpenter between the circles to the elbow to Wilson. In the corner finds Elijah Harris for a three. No good short. Rebound on the floor. Picked up by Wilson, who then drops it out of bounds. Harrison County doing a nice job on the offensive glass here early. Cynthiana Hardee's has made from scratch breakfast options and the best burgers in town. Hardee's is a proud supporter of Breads and Phillies basketball. Now in the backcourt, a tie-up between Elijah Harris and Positek. Possession arrow will keep the ball in the Saints' hands. Play just over a minute of the second quarter. Lob into the front court to Brisenio. Brisenio bounce pass underneath the basket to Porter. Blocked by Biddle. Oh, come on. That was clean by Blaine. That'll be Biddle's first personal foul. Sometimes Blaine can be like a magnet with fouls. Porter going to the line for the first time tonight on the year. A 65% free throw shooter. He makes his first for his first point of the night. Now coming in the game for the first time for the Saints, Cade Roush. Roush, a 5'5 freshman, averaging 1.2 points a game. His team, though, trailing 30-7 with 6:51 left. Second free throw also good. That time by Samuel Porter, making it 30-8. Into the front court with the basketball comes Elijah Harris. Elijah in between the circles, backs up, gets to Hinton on the far side of the midcourt circle. Braylon goes inside the arc, 15-footer, good. Nice job that time by the sophomore. Puts Harrison County up by a lead of 32-8. 6:25 left to go in the second quarter. Across the timeline with the basketball now will come Walton. He's picked up his dribble now, gets it on the wing to Porter. Porter tries to pass back to Walton. It was at his ankles. Goes out of bounds. Give the ball back to Harrison County.
It's 11 turnovers
Yikes.
to 2.
And how many shots have they taken?
Well, they've shot, well, that's right, 10.
Oh, okay. That's not a good ratio.
No, it's not.
Or as Opie Taylor would say, poor Horatio, a half a boy. Elijah Harris with the basketball. Guns it over in the corner to Hinton for a three-point try. Off the flange, no good. Long rebound is chased down once again by Garrett Wilson. Here's a shot put up by Wilson from 17, no good. Rebound pulled down by Porter, and here come the Saints in a hurry. Myrick to the basket, lays it in. First points of the game for Amari Myrick. That gets the lead to 32-10. Now racing to the basket, Hinton. So Braylon with another shot. Puts his team up 34-10. 5:29 left here in the first half of play. Up top in the front court with the basketball is Porter. His three-point try is no good. Rebound by Walton, put back, no. Ensuing rebound, pulled in by Hinton. And up the floor and into the front court come the Thoroughbreds. Now a pass is knocked out of bounds by the Saints. Harrison will retain possession of the ball. 5:09 left to go in the first half. Harrison up 34-10. Elijah Harris inside the center circle gets to the far hash mark to Wilson. Now to Hinton. Now back to Elijah once again. Elijah directing a little traffic. Moves inside the arc. Gets it in the corner to Hinton. Hinton drives baseline. Back outside the arc to Harris for three. Short again. Long rebound chased down by Hinton. And now he'll bounce it off of the leg of Roush. So Harrison will maintain possession from in front of the Saint bench. Hinton gets the ball to the elbow, extended to Wilson. His shot good. Garrett Wilson now with 8 points on the night from the free throw line. Puts his team up 36-10. 4.5 left to go in the second quarter. Now a steal almost by Hinton, but it hit the sideline, so the Saints will maintain possession. If you've been thinking about a farm or machinery loan, call Michael Furnish with Farm Credit Mid-America at 859-254-2741 and learn how he can help you. Inbounding the ball from in front of the stable will be Porter. Lobs it into the backcourt to Brisenio. Brisenio, who had a couple of brothers play on the Saints team with him a couple of years ago. He's the last one left. Here's a pass into the corner by Roush, a three, in and out. Rebound hauled down by Wilson, who now has 6 on the night. And he's going to be fouled in the backcourt by Myrick. That'll be Amari Myrick's first personal. Treat yourself to some Snappy. Salads, chicken wings, sandwiches, and of course, Beast Pizza. Call 235-7627 right now. That's 235. Thank you, Ryan.
Snap, sorry. So I'm watching.
I know, you're watching the game. I
Yeah.
guess maybe I should be too. Elijah gets the ball to Hinton. Down on the block to Biddle. Biddle forces up a shot, and it's going to roll off. Rebound pulled down by Walton, who guns a pass into the front court to Myrick. Good transition defense by the Breds, and now Myrick throws the ball away. Eighth grader having a tough time out there tonight.
Coach Case was wide open and came right into his hands.
Yeah. Positek back in for the Saints. Also for Harrison County, returning Furnish, Richard Harris, Smiley, Custard, and Kendall. So wholesale changes by both clubs. 36-10 your score. Harrison County up with 3:49 left to go in the first half.
I think the coach Brooks is letting these guys play the first half, and they split the first quarter and the second quarter. And I expect we'll see the JV the rest of the time. At least I think so.
Give everybody a chance to get a little work in. Custard gets the ball in the paint to Richard Harris. Richard goes down to the block. His shot off the bottom of the backboard, but he's going to be fouled. And will go to the line for two. Fouls on Walton. That'll be Chase Walton's first. Richard Harris going to the line for the first time. A 57% free throw shooter. Has 4 points already on the night. First free throw by number 4 is going to be good. Coming in the game now for St. Patrick, Abi Ignacio. Abi Ignacio, a 5'8" eighth grader, looking for his first points of the year. Second free throw upcoming for Harris with 3:36 on the clock. It's on the way, and this one's going to bounce off. No good. Walton comes down with the rebound, and now ball's knocked out of his hands, now to bounds by Custard. The Saints will maintain possession. Harrison's backed up on the full court pressure. In fact, they backed off on the pressure altogether.
Yeah.
Bringing the ball up the far sideline will be Brisenio. His team trailing 37-10. Brisenio gets it on the wing to Positek. Positek goes into the corner, now gets it back on the wing to Brisenio near the hash. Brisenio reverses, goes into the paint, puts up a 10-footer that's short. Rebound pulled down by Custard. Caden in the front court on the right side to Smiley. Back up top to Custard, to the left side to Kendall for a three-point try. Rims out. Rebound pulled in by Porter. Porter in the front court. Almost traveled. Gets it between the circles to Walton for an NBA three off to the right. And Kendall comes up with the board for the Breds.
Walton just trying a chance to shoot. He did.
Yeah. Here's a three by Custard. Good. Caden buries the tray as Harrison County's lead now 40-10. In case you're wondering, the continuous clock doesn't start till the second half. With the basketball, Walton misses the hook shot. Harris, that's Richard, comes down with the rebound. Into the front court comes Smiley. Smiley back inside the center circle, pass to the right side to Custard. Thought about the three for a second, but then turned it down. Gets it in the paint to Richard Harris to the basket. His shot's no good, but a foul is going to be called on Brisenio. That'll be Alan Brisenio's first personal foul. Shooting foul will send Harris back to the line where he just made 1 out of 2. Harris can match his season's average if he can make at least one of these two free throw tries. 2:24 left in the first half. Harrison leading 40-10. First free throw is no good.
You know, I thought about that snap business on the way up here. I was going to do better tonight.
Okay. Well, you get a chance in the second half.
Okay. Well, I'll try to probably pay attention.
Okay. I'll let you know when it's coming. You go, hey, Mike. Second free throw also no good. Long rebound comes out high to Custard. Caden's three, good. So give him the offensive glass and the ensuing tray and make Harrison County a lead of 43-10. 2:10 left to go in the first half. Pass to the left side, long range to Ignacio. Ignacio gets the ball to Walton. Walton in the corner, passes it back outside to Positek, to Brisenio. Now in the corner, a three. No, actually Ignacio turned down the three, and the ball is nearly taken away. In between the circles, Positek to the right side to Brisenio. Brisenio lobs the ball to Walton at the elbow extended. Back to Brisenio in the corner for a three. Air ball. Offside rebound, knocked out of bounds by Ignacio. So Furnish and Harrison County will get the ball back. Minute and a half, a little bit more left to go in the first half. Harrison County up comfortably, 43-10. Came in about a 26-point favorite. We're already there and past it. Custard on the left side. Gets it between the circles to Kendall. Kendall now moves inside the arc, gets it on the wing to Smiley for three. Short. Rebound pulled in by Walton. He's got 5 boards here in the first half, but only 2 points. Came in averaging over 20. Walton across the timeline, lobs it, knocked away and nearly stolen by Custard. It goes out of bounds. He almost ran over his little sister.
Yeah.
Cambry's not paying a whole lot of attention. Over on the far sideline, Brasenio inbounds the ball to Positek.
She was paying attention before it got out of hand.
This is true.
Yeah.
She knew. Positek in between the circles to Brasenio at the far sideline. We're under a minute to go in the first half. Harrison leading 43-10. Positek on the far side of the circle. Inside the circle finds Walton. Walton moves onto the wing, gets it in the corner. Here's a Porter 3 try, in and out. And Custard comes down with his 5th rebound of the first half. Caden will bring the ball into the front court himself. Fires it down underneath the basket to Richard Harris, who was about to go up for a dunk, but Brasenio pushes him before he can get a good launch. And that will send Richard back to the line where he's struggling somewhat tonight, just 1 out of 4.
That's actually a good play for them because Richard's struggling in the foul line. He could have made that dunk.
First free throw by the senior forward is going to be off the mark. Roush and Myrick check back in for the Saints for the final 36 seconds of this first half. One of those going to the bench, Brasenio, who has a couple of personal fouls. Second free throw for Richard Harris is on the way, and this one's going to be good. Matches his season's average with 6 and puts Harrison County up 44-10. Less than a half minute left to go in the first half. Walton to the far sideline finds Positek. Positek fires the ball to Walton on the right side, splits the triple team, and is going to be fouled. That foul's going to be on Smiley. It'll be Mason's first. Only the second team foul on the Breads here in the first half. 22 seconds left. Harrison leading 44-10. From his own baseline, it'll be Roush to trigger the inbounds pass. Gets it in the corner to Myrick. Up top, they'll find Walton in between the circles. Walton fires an NBA 3. No good, too high off the glass, and Smiley comes down with the board. Mason in the front court gets the ball to Custard. Custard dishes the ball to Furnish. Furnish to the basket, lays it up and good. 11 first half points for Furnish. Give the assist to Custard. And now a long 3 is no good. And that is the way that the first half will end with your score. Harrison County 46. St. Patrick just 10. We invite you to join us now for our halftime show brought to you by Joe Cochran out at State Farm. We'll go over all the scoring, both individually and as a team. We'll do that coming up after this timeout. But once again, here on the Hilltop, your halftime score, Harrison County 46, St. Patrick 10. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC1. All righty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County goes on an 18-point run midway through the first quarter to extend what it at that time was a 2-2 game, and it's been all Harrison County since that time as they overall outscore the Saints 28-6 in the first quarter and 18-4 in the second 8 minutes. Take a look at the scoring. First for the Saints, they're led by Alan Brasenio, who has 4 points here at the break. 2 points each for Chase Walton, Samuel Porter, and Amari Myrick. Also getting in but not scoring, Caleb Positek, Cade Roush, as well as Gabriel Simmons. For Harrison County, leading the way, Will Furnish, who has 11 points here at the break. 10 points for Caden Custard. 8 points for Garrett Wilson off the bench. And 6 points apiece for both Richard Harris and Braylon Hinton. Also getting into the scoring column, Mason Smiley had a tray for his 3 points. And a couple of points as well for Blaine Biddle. Also playing but not scoring for the Breds in the first half, J.D. Kendall, Elijah Harris, and Clay Carpenter. That's the way the individual numbers look here in the first half. We'll take a break and come back and have Mike take a look at the team stats. But once again, your halftime score, Harrison County 46, St. Patrick 10. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC.
We're back here on the Hilltop with the Thoroughbreds leading by a 46-10 score at halftime. Here's how that happened. The St. Patrick Saints shot the ball 20 times, made 4 of them for 20%. They were 100% from the foul line, 2 for 2, 12 turnovers, and 10 rebounds. 9 defensive and 1 offensive rebound for the first half. For Thoroughbreds shot the ball 44 times. That's 24 more times than the Saints did. They made 20 of them. So Harrison County made as many field goals as St. Patrick tried. 3 out of 11 from the three-point line for 27%. That was 45% from the floor. Here's a problem I see. 3 out of 8 from the foul line, 37.5%. 2 turnovers, only 2 turnovers. Of course, there's no defense. They can't match up with us.
No, not here.
24 rebounds, 11 defensive and 13 offensive rebounds. So, in some ways, we're doing what we should.
Yes.
And I know I'm not the coach, and there's other things involved in what's going on right here, but I'm a little disappointed that we came in when the second group came in. We quit trying to go underneath the basket and start throwing up a bunch of threes. Because, we're 3 out of 11 from 3. That's 27%. That's not going to get the job done.
No.
And we're taking threes when we got a guy underneath the basket begging for the ball.
Right.
We need to focus on what we're doing because, like you say, when we play anybody else, I know that some of the other competition is not great, but anybody else, we've got to concentrate on getting the ball for the best shot.
Yes.
Not for just a shot.
A shot, yeah.
And we
did a good job with that over at Nicholas County.
Yeah. We just, and maybe we just completely because of the lack of competition. I mean, they got one kid that could make our JV team.
Maybe.
Well, Walton's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's a senior, though, so
right.
He couldn't play JV.
Right.
But, or at least he should play JV.
Yeah.
So, anyway, but we're doing the right, at least we started out doing what we needed to do. And then when the first group came back in the second quarter, we started again doing what we ought to be doing. Caden and Mason have shot some threes, but they've shot them in the offense. and they shot them wide open with nobody
Right.
within 20 feet of them. So, there's a time and place.
Yes.
And I think these guys want to sit down and look and see how come they're not on the starting five. They may want to think that maybe some of the shots I'm taking or the passes I'm not making are maybe sending me down to the left.
Right. And I'm sure Coach Brooks will point that out.
Yes, and I'm sure he will. And halftime wasn't the place we're out here having a good time, and it is good. We're supposed to be having fun. This is a game.
Right.
So, but anyway, I know they're not having much fun, and I kind of feel sorry for them in a way. But then again, they had to know when they came over here what they were facing.
Yeah, and I think they've known it for the other 15 losses they've had.
Yeah, have they won any games?
3.
3. Well.
Yeah, well, there's always Hillsboro, Ohio Christian, and Covenant Latin. All right, we'll take a break real quick, come back for the third quarter handoff after this timeout. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports.
This is JR.
All right, as we get back to play, there will be a continuous clock throughout the second half. Saints have the basketball, working it around the perimeter. Here's a pass inside to Walton. He's double teamed, forces up a shot, and it's good. 4 points now for Chase Walton as he gets his team back to within 34 at 46-12. Opening moments of the third quarter. Racing to the basket, Carpenter. His shot's no good. Offside rebound, pulled in by Positek. Into the front court with the basketball. Walton to the basket. His shot partially blocked by Hinton. And coming down with the rebound was Elijah Harris, the smallest man on the floor. Goes to the basket and lays it up and in. Elijah's first points of the season, in fact. First varsity points overall, I believe. 48-12 now your score. Harrison County with the lead. Saints with the ball in between the circles. Positek. Positek looks around, gets it on the right wing, long range to Porter. Porter hands it off in front of his own bench to Walton. Walton lobs the ball inside, gets away. Elijah Harris with the loose ball to Carpenter to the basket. Good. Clay with his first points of the night after the steal. And Harrison County up now 50-12. 6:28 on the clock. Walton gets the ball to Brisenio, to Positek, back to Walton in the corner. And now they're going to call a travel on Walton. He took a little extra hip-hop step.
He did it. He was concentrating so much on making contact to back off.
That our guys did back off.
Forgot he was walking. Yeah.
Elijah Harris with the basketball. Comes across the timeline, the middle of the floor. Now races into the paint. Gets it back out to the elbow to Carpenter. Shot good. 4 points now by Clay here in the second half. Gives him overall that same number. 52-12 now your score. Clock down to 5:51. Here's a three by Porter. No. Rebound bounced around, and Elijah Harris hauled it in, but as he did, he was standing on the end line. Harrison County Farm Bureau knows that if you want something protected, you keep it covered. Call 234-4514, and Dustin or Amy will get you covered. From his own baseline, Brisenio lobs the ball to Walton, puts it up and in. Walton.
That shouldn't happen.
That was the first time Walton's had an easy shot tonight.
That should never happen.
52-14. 5:20 left to go in the third. Harrison up. Carpenter with the basketball at the foul line. Stops and pops. Good. And that's what I want to see Clay doing. A shot in the offense. Puts Harrison up now 54-14. 5:02 left. Now a pass intended for Bozatek is knocked to the bounds by Hinton. Positek will inbounds the ball from the hash mark just to the left of his bench. Inbounds to Bresenio. Bresenio to Myrick. Myrick now tosses the ball into the corner to Porter. Porter underneath the basket finds Bresenio, who lays it in. Bresenio with his 6th point of the night. Makes it a 54-16 Harrison lead as we approach the midway point of this third quarter. Hinton to the elbow to Biddle. Biddle lobs the ball inside to Wilson. Wilson forces up an 8-footer that bounces off. Biddle rebound, put back no good, but he's fouled. Nice offensive board work that time. The 3rd offensive rebound for Biddle tonight. Fouls on Bresenio. That'll be his 3rd. That'll send Biddle to the line for the first time tonight. On the year, a 50% free throw shooter.
One thing about St. Patrick, they may not be doing a lot right, but they fouled the right people
This is true.
every time.
It's like they took a look at the stat sheet and said, I fouled this one.
Yeah. Well, we're making half of them almost.
Yeah, well,
Almost.
almost. Got to do better on that, even in blowout games like this. 55-16. Exactly 4 minutes left to go in the third. Walton races to the basket. His teardrop shot, good. And he has a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Count the basket for Chase Walton.
So Walton starting to heat up just a bit.
Foul on number 15, Blake Biddle, his 2nd, team first.
Foul is on Biddle, who collects fouls like butterflies or something. Free throw's no good, and Carpenter will come away with the rebound.
If they'd have made that foul shot, they would have played us even score-wise in this half.
Elijah gets the ball on the far wing to Hinton. Braylon to the basket, layup short. Rebound pulled in by Walton. Gets it into the front court. Intended for Porter, is knocked away by Wilson. Gosh, Garrett's everywhere tonight.
Yes, Garrett hustles the whole game.
Yes,
and
he
I don't
does.
think all the rest of them can
No,
look
if-
you in the eye and tell you that.
If everybody hustled like Garrett Wilson, we'd be unbeatable.
Yeah.
Myrick gets the ball down low to Walton. Kicks it on the opposite block to Positek, who lays it up and in.
They have outscored us this quarter.
Oh, can't have that. 55-20 now your score as we hit the 3-minute mark of the third. Like I said, continuous clock rolling along. Carpenter to Biddle. Biddle, hook shot. Oh, way off the mark. But Garrett Wilson there for the rebound. His reverse layup is no good. And coming down with the rebound will be Walton again. In the front court to Bresenio. Shot blocked by Braylon Hinton. And Elijah Harris comes up with the board. Into the front court with the basketball on the far side. Carpenter, 12-footer good. 8 points now for Clay.
The baskets Clay's made, but everyone I've been in the offense.
Yes, and that's finally what he's learning. Now racing to the basket will be Walton and makes the shot and has a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. It's now 10 points for Walton in the game. 8 coming here in the third quarter.
Chase Walton, he'll be at the line for one shot.
Makes it 59-20. Foul was on Harris. That was Elijah's first. So Walton at the line this season is hitting 59%. And he misses that one. And Carpenter skies for the rebound.
Think how many points he'd make a game if he'd make his foul shots.
Yeah. He'd be pretty decent.
Because he has the ball all the time.
Carpenter in the front court. His team leading 57-22. A touch pass from Hinton to Biddle, who nearly traveled. But he'll lay it up and in. Nice pass by Hinton. Biddle with 5 points. They'll make that 61-20 now your score. 1:39 in the third quarter is a long three missed, and Elijah Harris chases down the loose ball. In the front court to Wilson. Wilson races baseline. Touch pass to Biddle. He wasn't expecting it. Loose ball picked up by Walton. Walton to Positek, who lays it up and in. 4 points now for Caleb Positek. Makes it 61-22, though, with 1:17 on the clock here in the third.
24.
Or 24. Yeah, put that the wrong
Yeah, they've
place.
outscored us 14-13.
Here's a shot put up and good
Hinton.
by Braylon Hinton. It's his first bucket here in this particular quarter. 61-24, Harrison leads with less than a minute left to go in a quickly moving third quarter. It's going to take just about 8 minutes. Here's a long three by Roush, short, and Elijah Harris goes and chases down his 4th rebound of the third quarter. Not bad for a kid 5'7". Elijah across the timeline. Of course, Elijah, a fantastic baseball player as well. Inside the center circle, gets it on the left side to Hinton long range. Braylon being guarded by Roush. Moves to the top of the key, between the legs dribble, backs it back out. Now fires it inside the arc to Carpenter in the paint. A 15-footer good. Gives him double digits tonight. And Harrison County a 63-24 lead with just 12 seconds left. In the front court, Walton lost control of the basketball. Loose ball on the floor still. And finally picked up by Positic, but knocked away. Elijah Harris with 1 second left. Gets a shot off, but it's going to be short. And that is the way that the third quarter will end with your score. Harrison County 63, St. Patrick 24. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC. As we get back to action here on the Hilltop. Thoroughbreds leading 63-24. About to pick up their 12th win of the season against just 6 losses, while St. Patrick will drop to 3-16. Harrison County, no, I already did that one. Cynthiana Hardee's has made from scratch breakfast options and the best burgers in town. Hardee's is a proud supporter of Breads and Phillies basketball. Elijah Harris with the ball gets to Hinton in front of the stable. Braylon brings it to the elbow, dumps it down low to Wilson. And they're going to say that Garrett was standing on the end line as he tried to recover that errant pass to give the ball back to the Saints. How many turnovers we got?
4 total. 1 each quarter so far.
That's good. Phillies had 5 turnovers the other night.
Got that one off early in the quarter, though.
Yeah. Here's a shot put up by Walton off the glass and good. Dozen points for Walton.
Our defense is lacking here in the second half.
Well, just natural for the intensity to go down,
Yeah,
you know.
It has.
Yeah. With the basketball, Elijah to the right side to Hinton, long range. Now back between the circles to Carpenter. You can talk and talk and talk as much as you want to keep that energy up, but it's just hard. Here's a hook shot put up by Biddle, no good. Rebound out of bounds off of the Breads, so give the ball back to the Saints. If you've been thinking about a farm and machinery loan, call Michael Furnish with Farm Credit Mid-America at 859-254-2741 and learn how he can help you. Brasenio gets the ball in the front court to Positek. Positek throws the ball away. Wilson with the steal to Carpenter from the block. Jump shot is going to rattle out. Rebound picked up by Elijah. He'll get it in the corner to Hinton for a 3. Good! So give Elijah both the rebound and the assist. Hinton with his first tray of the game. It gives him 11 altogether. As Harrison County's lead now 66-26. Opening moments of the fourth quarter. Here's an NBA 3 by Walton off to the left, and Elijah Harris comes down with his 6th rebound of the night. Right place, right time. Pass to Wilson in the corner. Garrett brings back on the wing. Now a timeout. It's going to be called by Coach Brooks. See if it's a 30 or a full. It's a full, so we'll take it as well. 6:07 left, your score. Harrison County 66, St. Patrick 26. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. righty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County up 66-26. Some changes for the Breds. Kason Wright checks in. He's a 6'1 sophomore averaging 0.6 points a game. Also, Cliffy McElvain in the game, a 6'1 sophomore averaging 1.3. And Corbin Gilkey is in the game. He's a 5'8 sophomore. Gilkey in the paint is going to be called for the travel as he penetrated just a little bit too far.
Feet slipped out from under and there.
Yeah.
Must have been some sweat there on that place.
Saints with the basketball, trailing by 40. Across the timeline comes Walton. Lobs it on the wing, long range, this time to Porter. Porter to Walton, Walton back to Porter. Porter back to Walton in front of his own bench. Walton back in the corner to Brisenio for a three, rolls off the rim, and Elijah Harris is there for his 7th rebound. Elijah in the front court. Now we'll circle back around and gets it to the near side to Gilkey, long range. Gilkey in the paint, lobs it on the wing to Kason Wright. Wright fans it back outside to McElvain. McElvain in the paint, 15-footer, too hard off the glass, and Walton is there for the rebound. Walton gets it in the front court on the right side to Positek, in the corner to Porter. Porter back to Positek. Positek now dribbles between his legs as he goes between the circles and passes it back to the near side to Brisenio on the baseline. Now to Walton, back to Brisenio on the wing. Up top of Positek, wide open three, try is short. Rebound is saved from going out of bounds by McElvain. Cliffy gets the ball into the hands of Gilkey. Gilkey across the timeline. Guarded by Porter, makes his move into the paint from the block, puts up a shot, it's no good, but he's fouled. And Corbin is going to go to the line for two. That foul on Porter is Samuel Porter's second personal foul. So Gilkey at the line, looking for his first points of the year. This is his first trip to the charity stripe. Just joined the varsity team about 2-3 weeks ago. 4:24 on the clock. His first free throw is going to roll out. Back in the game for St. Patrick, Roush returns. Treat yourself to some snapping. Salads, chicken wings, sandwiches, and of course, Beast Pizza. Call 235-7627. Right now, that's 235.
Snap.
Thank you, Mike. Second free throw is an air ball by Gilkey, so give the ball back to the Saints.
So far, we're 4 for 12. 33% from the foul line.
Oh, gosh. In the front court with the basketball, Porter tries a pass inside to Walton, knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Gilkey. And as Gilkey goes to the basket, he's fouled and will go to the line for a chance at a couple of more free throws. Gilkey and Elijah Harris discussing that last play. Elijah listed at 5'7", Corbin at 5'8".
I don't see much difference.
Gilkey 0 for 2. First free throw is no good. Well, we've shot 6 out of 12, 10 for 19 in our last two games coming into tonight, and then tonight we're 4 of 13. So our free throw shooting has been atrocious the last 3 games.
Yes.
Second free throw is another air ball by Gilkey. So give the ball back to the Saints. Walton delivers the inbounds pass to Brisenio. Coach Moore asking him, get the ball to Roush in the corner. Roush fires a three, too long. Rebound pulled down by Elijah Harris, who has 8 rebounds now.
Why he wants him to shoot that ball? He
I
got
don't
big
know.
one yet.
Elijah puts up a prayer, and it's answered. Boy, what a horrible-looking shot, but it went in.
Yeah.
That's all that's important.
In results.
Here's a shot put up no good by the Saints. And here come the Thoroughbreds down the floor, and Gilkey's going to be fouled by Walton.
Walton's frustrated.
Yeah. Came in averaging 21 points and 12 rebounds. He's got 12 points and 8 rebounds, so we're keeping him about half of his normal output.
He flung that one up there just
to do it.
He and Harris' prayers were answered separately.
Right.
Differently.
And differently, yes. Elijah at the foul line. Goes into the paint, nearly traveled. Now kicks it back outside to right.
He's going to try to run the offense. Just for
goes
the heck of
into
it.
the paint, to the block, to the glass. Good! First points of the night for Kaysen.
It's a nice move.
As Harrison's lead grows to 70-26. 2:44 left. With the basketball, Walton splits the defense, and as he does, he's going to be fouled. Foul is going to be called on Biddle. That'll be Blaine's third. He's the only Thoroughbred with multiple fouls. Brisenio from his own baseline to trigger the inbounds pass. Lobs it inside to Walton. Walton forces up a shot, no good. Rebound by Walton. Put back, no good, but he's fouled. And he'll go to the line. He's now 1 rebound shy of a double-double. Came into the game having had a double-double in 12 of his last 13 games. So Walton 0 for 1 from the line tonight. With 2:09 left, his first free throw is good. Makes it 70-27. Second free throw by the senior is on the way and also good.
Well, there he's got this percentage up to 50.
Makes it 70-28. Across the timeline comes Elijah. Hands it backwards inside the center circle to Gilkey. Corbin angles to the right, now reverses back to the left and kicks it outside to McIlvain. In the paint, 10-footer, off to the right. Rebound pulled down by Walton. He has his double-double. In the front court, tries a pass, stolen by Gilkey to Elijah Harris. Harrison's got numbers, 4 on 3. To the right side to right for a 3. Off the flange. Rebound pulled down by McIlvain. Cliffy gets it back out near the center line to Elijah Harris as we go to 1.5 left to go. Elijah drives past his man, now kicks it over to McIlvain, fakes the 3, and as he goes inside the arc will be called for the travel. Reds are trying their level best to give Cliffy a chance to make a shot, but it's just not happening. Now timeout called by the Saints. We'll take it as well. 1:19 left to go, your score. Harrison County 70, St. Patrick 28. You're listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC Wayne Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, some changes for the Saints. We've got Rudy Ignacio, a 5'7", 7th grader, averaging 1.6. Also in the game, Gabriel Sammons, who was burying it from three-point range during warm-ups. He's a 5'6", 8th grader. Here's a shot put up by the Saints, no good. Corbin Gilkey gets the rebound this time. Also in the contest now is Levi Rapato. He's a 5'1", freshman. Elijah Harris on a weave, gives the ball to the back top of the key to McIlvain on the right side to Gilkey. Back up top to Elijah. Under a minute to go. In the corner, Cliffy moves inside, puts up a 12-footer, no good. Gilkey comes down with the rebound. He'll get it back on the wing to right. Now back near the center line to Elijah Harris. Harrison County about to move to 12-6 on the year. Cliffy with the basketball in the paint, dishes it down low to Biddle. His shot's going to be blocked by Walton, but I think they're going to call a foul on Walton, which they are. That'll be his third. They'll send Biddle back to the line where he's 1 for 2. Has his season's average with 5 points. First one, ugly free throw. As many of the ones we've shot tonight have been. What are we in the second half on the line?
1 out of 7.
Yeah.
We're perfect in this quarter. We missed them all.
Well, going to be perfect, I guess.
Yep.
Stay perfect as the second free throw is also no good. Walton with the rebound in the front court. Tries a pass to Rudy Ignacio, which is above his head. Give the ball back. I'm just going to leave it there. Give it back to the Breds.
Well, Walt might have a triple-double because I think he got 10 turnovers.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of an unusual triple-double. 5 seconds left. Elijah's just dribbling out the clock, and there is your game. Harrison County wins by a final score of 70-28 over an outmanned Saints squad that tried really hard, but Harrison County just too much talent. Thoroughbreds, as we said, moved to 12-6 on the year, while the Saints fall to 3-16. We invite you to stay tuned now for our post-game show, brought to you by MCTC out at Licking Valley Campus. We'll over all the scoring and stats. Also, I would chat with Coach Brooks and also name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, your final score from here on the Hilltop: Harrison County 70, St. Patrick 28. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC Wine Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop, Harrison County wins by a final score of 70-28, a game in which the Breds led 46-10 at the half, and thus a continuous clock was put into place for the entire second half. Harrison County just continued to build the lead throughout, eventually winning by that 42-point margin. Harrison County, that's the least number of points we've given up since we set the record by allowing Louisville Valley just 19 points down at the Hooping It Up Classic down at South Laurel in December of 2004. So quite the accomplishment there to hold the Saints to just 28 points. It's also the fewest number of points ever scored by the Saints in the series between themselves and the Thoroughbreds. The previous low was 37, which they achieved back in Maysville in December of 1986. Take a look at the scoring, though. First for the Saints, who dropped now to 3-16 on the year. They were led by Chase Walton, who gets his double-double with 14 points and 11 rebounds. That's his 13th double-double in their last 14 games. Also scoring, Alan Briseño had 6, 4 points for Caleb Pozatek, a couple of points as well for both Samuel Porter and Amari Myrick to round out the scoring. Also playing but not scoring, Cade Roush, Levi Rapato, Rudy Ignacio, Abby Ignacio, and Gabriel Sammons. Meanwhile, the Thoroughbreds placed 4 players in double figures. Will Furnish and Braylon Hinton both leading the way with 11 points on the night to the top 2 of the 4 that had gotten to double figures. Also in double figures, Caden Custard had 10. Clay Carpenter also had 10, all of them coming in the third quarter. Also scoring for the Thoroughbreds, just about everybody else. Garrett Wilson had a really nice night with 8 points and 7 rebounds. He was really hustling out there all game long, as he always does. Richard Harris was 6, 5 points for Blaine Biddle. 4 points were scored by Elijah Harris, who also picked up a team-high 8 rebounds. 3 points for Mason Smiley on a tray in the first quarter. And rounding out the scoring, Kaysen Wright had a couple of points there towards the end. Also getting in the game but not scoring, J.D. Kendall, Corbin Gilkey, and Cliffy McIlvain, although they tried really hard to get Cliffy some points. That's the way the individual numbers look. We'll take a break, come back, and have Mike take a look at the team stats. That coming up after this timeout, but once again, your final from here on the Hilltop. Harrison County 70, St. Patrick 28. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. Harrison County wins easily, their 12th game of the year, joined now by Coach Brooks. And Coach, like we were saying, except for the free throw shooting, we did pretty good tonight.
Yeah, I thought we came out and did what we needed to do early in the game. We wanted to turn them over and get a lead and be able to play a lot more kids this game. So, we were disappointed about the free throw situation, but that's something we had to work on because it'll get us beat in big games.
Oh, yeah, most definitely would. I thought that y'all had a good game plan tonight, basically with our first unit and our second unit out there for a significant number of minutes. And our first unit, I thought, did fantastic. Second unit did pretty good, but still some things to work on.
Yeah, I think, when you get a lead like that, then everybody kind of gets in the mindset, I got to score, I got to score. Second half, I thought we came out with that second unit and moved the ball and trusted each other. And, Clay got some easy buckets and Braylon got some easy buckets. We made some dump down passes inside. So it's all about trust. And again, when you're dealing with young people, sometimes, they worry about their points and especially when you get a big lead like that. So, we talked about that in the timeout and at halftime, and I think we corrected that.
I don't know what it says about the rebounding of our team, but our backup point guard led us in rebounding tonight. Elijah had 8.
I said that on the bench. I said, I bet you Elijah leads us in rebounding. You know, he's small, but he's got a big heart, you know, and that's
Right.
one thing we talked about in the locker room just a few minutes ago. We've got to do a better job of being aggressive. And, you know, Will and Blaine are big bodies, JD and Richard are big bodies, but they're just not aggressive as they
Right.
need to be to get in there and rebound every single time. Sometimes I think they just look and see somebody down there and they think, well, he's going to rebound, so I don't go. But we've got to do a better job of gang rebounding and get our bigs leading us in rebound.
Right. As Mike and I were talking about, Garrett Wilson, just constant motion out there. He had a nice game tonight.
Garrett did. He came off the bench. He played well. You know, he always brings energy. I like
Sure
him coming off
does.
the bench. You always like to have somebody that brings energy off the bench. He's very active. He got some shots to go down early, so then he was looking to be more aggressive on the offensive end. But defensively, you know, he got caught on a bigger kid and gave up some buckets. But he didn't have any help, you know. And we
Correct.
really talked about everybody being in position to help out on that one kid. So, but yeah, I'm impressed and happy with the way he played tonight.
Got Pendleton County coming up on Friday night, Coach, and even though they're struggling, it's still a district game.
It's a big game. You know, we talked about it yesterday. We just talked about it in the locker room. You know, we can't underestimate them or anybody else, no matter what their record is. You know, those kids are going to play hard. Sam will have them ready to play. And, you know, we got to come in, have 2 good days of practice, get a lot of shots up, and be ready to go on Friday.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win, and we'll talk to you in Falmouth on Friday.
Thank you.
Head Thoroughbred basketball coach Terrence Brooks. We'll take our final break, come back, and have Mike take a look at the team stats as well as name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. You've been listening to Thoroughbred Basketball on WC. Alrighty, back here on the hilltop. Let's take a look at those team stats, Mike.
Okay, for St. Patrick, they shot the ball 41 times, made 12 of them, all 2-pointers, for 29%. They were 0 for 17 from 3.
17.
Yeah. They were encouraging those kids to shoot. They weren't even coming close. But anyway, shot only 6 free throws, made 4 of them for 67%, had 19 turnovers, 17 rebounds. That's a problem. 15 defensive, only 2 offensive rebounds for the game. Harrison County shot the ball 69 times. That's 28 more attempts. Made 31 of them for 44.9%. Just 4 out of 13 from 3 for 30.7%, which was an improvement over the first half. 16 foul shots, made 4.
You have to try really hard to be that poor.
For 20, I promise you, I can step out there right now and make half of them.
Yeah.
16 out of 4, 4 out of 16 for 25%. So only 6 turnovers, which 4 of those was in the second half, 3 of them in the second or fourth quarter. 40 rebounds, 22 defensive and 18 offensive rebounds.
That's pretty good.
Well, we ought to do that. And like Coach said, if we could get Will
and Blaine to be more aggressive.
get some of those rebounds. And
Yeah.
Will did get some of them.
Yeah.
But we got to get them to be more aggressive. If we could get now, another thing I noticed here while we were waiting, if we get the baseball boys to work as hard as Kyle Sword does, putting the chairs up, we can also get a lot done faster. But anyway, it's really and I liked the way the first group played when we came out. And the second group did play better in the second half, but I'm sure Coach did have some things, which I'm glad of.
Yeah.
Because some things we noticed in the first half, obviously he knows too. So did better in the second half. So, it's a game that we had to win. We had to win it like this, because if we didn't win it like this, then we're going to have to go back to the drawing board. As you
Right,
say.
right.
But we'll see. Pendleton County coming up is a big district game. We got to win that game. And then our next game's a district game after that too. So we got 2 district games coming up. We got to win those to put ourselves in the driver's seat for the district and get to play. I guess I don't know who we play.
That's still yet to be decided amongst the other 3.
Anyway,
yeah.
where is the district?
I'm not certain.
Well,
We'll have to find that
hell,
out.
It might be at Holmes or in Indianapolis or something.
No, I know for sure it's not at Holmes.
But, that's why I told somebody today we were going to play the region at Holmes. There's a lot of gyms in Indianapolis. They want to get to Montgomery and Clark as far away from their home as they can.
That's right.
Play it in Kansas or somewhere. It's
And who knows? They
ridiculous.
may have tried Indianapolis. They may have tried Detroit.
Yeah. And Indianapolis does have Newcastle has the biggest high school gym in the country.
Oh, does it?
They could play there.
Well,
Chrysler Arena in Newcastle.
let's give them a call.
Yeah. I
Why
don't know
not?
how good they are anymore. They may not be busy. Anyway, that's way off the subject. But good game. And the girls play tomorrow night. We've got a big game with Campbell County tomorrow night. We can beat them.
Yes, we can.
And,
They're still trying to find their way around without Coninger, who had an ACL injury in Game 8.
Yeah, so you don't want anybody to get hurt. And,
No.
and I'm glad we got this game over without
Yes.
anybody getting hurt. That's
Yeah.
always a concern in these kind
Right.
of games. When we try to, not so much they try to hurt us or anything, but we try to do something we're not used to doing
Right.
and get hurt. So we're good there. And so hopefully the girls can come away with the win tomorrow night, and we'll be sailing smooth going into Pendleton County.
Sounds good to me for both the boys and the girls. Is that game? Those 2 games on Friday is part of a boy-girl doubleheader. So good momentum from this game for the boys. Let's get good momentum from the girls for tomorrow night. I want to thank Mike for all the great work he does on color and stats. Also want to thank our engineer, Trent Harris, back at the station. He always does a wonderful job.
Good old Trent.
And as always, I want to thank all of our sponsors, because without their help, we would not be able to get Harrison County High School basketball on the air. So from the Hilltop, your final score for the final time, Harrison County 70, St. Patrick 28. Good evening.